Walt Whitman, Summary of Franklin Evans, Summary of Leaves of Grass, Analysis of Democratic Vistas. Hello and welcome to the discourse. We are discussing the history of American literature, and today we will see through the works of Walt Whitman, the father of free verse. Walt Whitman was the contemporary of Emily Dickinson, who used free verses to write his poems. We will learn more about free verses in our discussion on literary tools. Free verses is a technique of writing poetry that allows a poet to express themselves sans any restrictive rule of rhymes and meters. Walt Whitman was born on 31st May 1819. He became a journalist by profession and wrote editorials for many journals. While he was working as a journalist, he was offered a job to write a novel to propagate the idea of temperance or non-alcoholism. The temperance movement was a social movement in America to strengthen non-alcoholism. While Whitman was not very keen in writing this novel, he agreed to write for money. And he accepted the deal and wrote a novel titled Franklin Evans, or The Inebriated, under a pseudonym. Franklin Evans was published in 1843 in a newspaper, The New World, as a series. It was again published in another newspaper later on. The story of Franklin Evans is about a young poor gentleman struggling and attaining success during the course of his life. That is, Franklin Evans is a story of a boy from rags to riches. During his struggles, Franklin Evans notices the ill effects of alcoholism on people, and initially he thinks that he will never drink alcohol. But as the time passes and he starts gaining monetary success, he falls in the lure of alcohol. His friend Colby introduces him to alcohol and other pleasures of life. He marries a girl named Mary, whom he truly loved. Because of alcoholism, he neglects Mary and she dies. Evans tries abstinence but couldn't keep away from alcohol. He then marries a slave girl, Margaret, whom he didn't actually love. Soon he finds himself attracted towards Mrs. Conway. His second wife is jealous of Mrs. Conway, who gets all the time of her alcoholic husband. One day, Mrs. Conway demands Evans to appoint Margaret's brother as her servant, and Evans agrees. However, Margaret doesn't like this and she plans to murder Mrs. Conway to take revenge. The plan fails, and her own brother gets ill and then he dies. In return, Margaret strangulates Mrs. Conway and kills her. However, because of the sorrow of her own brother's death and her guilt of killing Mrs. Conway, Margaret commits suicide. At the end, Evans vows for total abstinence from alcohol as it is the only path. It was the first and last complete published novel by Walt Whitman that he wrote to promote the social movement of temperance in America. He also wrote an incomplete novel titled The Madman in support of temperance movement and a short story titled Reuben's Last Wish. Walt Whitman was hugely inspired by the ongoing transcendentalist movement, and he was in touch with Ralph Waldo Emerson through letters and correspondences. However, he was equally influenced by the other stream of realism, and ultimately Whitman became a bridge between transcendentalist and realist approach to the literature. He traveled around America, and in 1855 he published the first edition of his poems written in free verses. The title of this collection was Leaves of Grass, and initially it contained 12 untitled poems and a preface. Whitman sent a copy to Emerson, who was so impressed by Whitman's style and ideas that he wrote a letter back praising the first edition. In 1856, Whitman republished the second edition of Leaves of Grass, which contained 32 poems, the letter of Emerson praising the first edition, and a long preface response to that letter by Whitman. Whitman continued to revise the editions of Leaves of Grass and added some more poems, including I Sing the Body Electric and The Sleepers. Song of Myself was the first poem in the first edition of Leaves of Grass. The poem itself suggests transcendentalist approach as it begins with the line, I celebrate myself and what I assume you shall, for every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. Whitman doesn't consider the narrator of the poems in Leaves of Grass as a single individual or himself. Rather, the narrator is the self transcended upon every other individual. He is talking about everybody. The self of Leaves of Grass belongs to the common people, rather than denoting some hero. Whitman typified the concept of self as both individual and universal, as if this self, this soul, is in direct relationship with the oversoul. Another line from the poem says, I pass death with the dying, and the birth with the new vast babe, and I am not contained between my head and boots. So idea of Song of Myself is transcendentalist, and it reminds of Emerson's poem Brahma. The poem suggests that while each and every person is unique, each of us has the same soul. So nobody is inferior to any other person because all of us has got the same potential, same soul, and we just need to realize that soul, that potential within us. Another line from the poem says, in all people I see myself, none more and not one a barleycorn less, and the good or bad I say of myself, I say of them. Another line from the poem which suggests the meaning of Whitman's self is, do I contradict myself? Very well then, I contradict myself because I am large. I contain multitudes. I contradict myself because I represent different attributes and different personality because I am the whole. I have multitudes. On April 17, 2020, Bob Dylan released his single song titled I Contain Multitudes, which was inspired by Whitman's Song of Myself. In section 5 of Song of Myself, Whitman describes love as kelson of creation. Kelson is the structure, a beam that binds all the timbers of the floor of a ship to its keel. So Whitman is suggesting that love is the thing that supports the whole world and keeps it steady and floating. Song of Myself is a large poem written in free verse. It has so many stanzas and lines covering about 90 pages. The poem was first published without any section in the first edition of Leaves of Grass, but it was continually revised. In the last edition of Leaves of Grass, which is also known as the Deathbed edition of Leaves of Grass, which was published in 1892, the final shape of Song of Myself had 52 sections. In the opening stanza of Song of Myself, Whitman discloses the fact that he began his spiritual awakening at the age of 37. That is, he realized his potential as a poet at the age of 37. I Sing the Body Electric. This was another poem from the first edition of Leaves of Grass, which was published in 1855. And like all other 9 poems, it also had no title, nor it had the opening line, I Sing the Body Electric. In 1867, Whitman edited the poem and added this line, which became the title of the poem. It was the second poem in the first edition of Leaves of Grass. In 1969, Ray Bradbury published his story collection by the title I Sing the Body Electric, which was inspired by Whitman's poem. Calamus. Calamus is a group of poems from the Leaves of Grass in which Whitman celebrated and promoted manly love for comrades. Initially, Whitman wrote a collection of poems titled Live Oak with Moss, which had 12 poems with explicit theme of homoeroticism or homosexuality, in which the narrator expresses candid and unusually personal disclosure of love and disappointment with another male. Whitman added these poems in the 1860 edition of Leaves of Grass. He also added some more poems in sequence which were on the same theme. Overall, there are 45 poems in Leaves of Grass with homoerotic or homosexual theme, and this group of 45 poems is known as Calamus. In these poems, Whitman expresses his idea of homosexual love. Calamus is a sweet-smelling grass found in America, whose name was inspired by the Greek mythological figure Calamus. According to Greek epic poem Dionysiaca, which was written by Nonnus of Panopolis, Calamus and Carpos were two young male lovers. While they were competing in a swimming contest, Carpos drowns by accident, and in his grief, Calamus also allows himself to drown and dies. Calamus signifies male companions and suggests homoeroticism. Out of the Cradle, Endlessly Rocking. This poem was not a part of the first edition of Leaves of Grass. Rather, it was printed in a newspaper, Saturday Press, on December 24, 1859, by the title A Child's Reminiscence. Whitman added it in 1860 edition of Leaves of Grass. In this poem, Whitman explains the relationship between suffering and art through a boy who matures as a proficient poet through his experience of love, pain, and death in time. The boy encounters two mockingbirds, a male and a female. One day, the boy observes that the female bird is missing as she dies. The male bird continues to moan and cry while searching her. The cries of male mockingbird awakens insight in the boy, and he translates what the male bird is saying in the rest of the poem. Beat, Beat Drums. It was a Civil War poem written by Walt Whitman in 1861 after the attack of South on Northern forces on Fort Sumter in 1861. The poem expresses the feelings of North and it justifies a full-fledged war against the South. The poem has 3 stanzas and each of the stanza begins with the command, beat, beat drums, blow bugles, blow. The poet commands the drums and the bugles to play so loud that the sound bursts through the windows and doors of buildings. The poet wants the loud sound to fill the church so that the congregation may be scattered. He wants the scholars studying in school to be disturbed. The poet wants the sound so loud that it disturbs the newlywed bride and groom trying to seek privacy. The poet commands the instruments to continue playing loud despite all objections against the sound. Whitman emphasizes that while war is necessary at the moment, the progress of the world will not stop and the universe will continue to evolve. When Lilacs Last in Dooryard Bloomed. It was an elegy poem to Abraham Lincoln by Walt Whitman, which was written in 1865. It is a large poem with 206 lines written in free verse with many techniques of pastoral elegy. While it was clear elegy to Abraham Lincoln, Whitman didn't mention Abraham Lincoln or the circumstances of his death anywhere in this poem. Whitman wrote 4 elegy poems to Abraham Lincoln. The other 3 were Hushed Be the Camps Today, This Dust Was Once a Man, and O Captain, My Captain. All were added in the Leaves of Grass. The most famous and influential elegy to Abraham Lincoln was O Captain, My Captain. It is considered the most celebrated work of American literature. In this poem, Whitman talks about the deceased president and how everybody is celebrating the safe and successful return of the ship, while the captain sacrificed himself and died for the safety of the ship. So the poem talks about a ship caught in troubled stormy sea. The captain of the ship strives hard to protect the ship, and in the struggle he sacrifices his own self while ensuring the safety of the ship. As the ship reaches the shore, safe and secure, everybody is celebrating the safe return of the ship, but all are sad too for the loss of the able and great leader, the captain of the ship. Whitman used the metaphor of ship of state to represent America after the death of Abraham Lincoln, the captain. In the opening stanza, the poet explains how everyone is happy and celebrating the safe return of the ship. Soon the narrator reveals that the dead body of captain is placed on the desk of the ship. The captain is Abraham Lincoln, whom everybody adorns and loves, and everyone is sad of his demise and wishes him to return to life. The poet continues to request the dead captain to wake up, rise up and hear the bells, to experience the happiness that the other people are having. This poem was added and featured in Dead Poets Society in 1989. Ezra Pound was so impressed by Walt Whitman and his Leaves of Grass that he mentioned that Whitman is America. Democratic Vistas. In 1871, Walt Whitman published a book titled Democratic Vistas. It was a post-Civil War work in which Whitman commented about the changing political scenario of America. He published it as a series of 3 essays for the Galaxy magazine. The first essay was Democracy, second was Personalism, and the third was Literature. Galaxy magazine published the first 2 parts, but the third essay wasn't published. Then, Walt Whitman published all the 3 essays together by the title Democratic Vistas. In this work, Whitman considers 3 main points. The first is American society and the government. The second is American citizens as individuals. And the third is how American literature should be a positive influence. It is a long pamphlet of 84 pages in which Whitman appreciates the large expenses of America and its abundant natural resources, increasing population, wealth production capability, and technical innovations. However, Whitman is worried about the national unity. Whitman says that America is losing national unity and the collective identity that brought all together during the Civil War, which is diminishing now. In the first part, Whitman encourages the idea of self-reliance by Emerson and suggests that America should have unique cultural identity to become a successful nation. He further stresses that the government should try to nurture and strengthen this American identity while coming out of the shades of other countries, European countries, to actually enjoy total freedom. In the second part, Whitman criticizes materialism while emphasizing on the importance of individual liberty, individualism. In the third part, Whitman encourages writers and creators to emphasize and strengthen the American culture and teach morals and faith. So we have covered 3 major works of Walt Whitman. We discussed the summary of Franklin Evans. We discussed themes and summary of some important poems of Leaves of Grass. And we analyzed the 3 essays of Democratic Vistas. We will continue to discuss American literature. Please stay connected with the discourse. Thanks and regards.